Hi, I'm Lorraine. Welcome to the District Yoga. Welcome to today's practice. It's going to be one where we focus around the lower body. It's going to be quick and we're going to jump right in. So go ahead and start on your back. Find your way to your mat. Find your way to a Supta Baddha Konasana once you get there. So that just means the soles of the feet come to touch, the knees open up, and then you find a nice placement for your hands, maybe one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. If that didn't feel good, maybe the hands come out wide on your space. Just see if you can find that connection with the earth. Finding this sense of grounding. Allowing the back body to just settle in here. But noticing again, we're going to touch into the lower body today. Noticing the hips, finding a gentle touch. Nothing too intense right away. Just a nice kind of yawning of those hips open. Give yourself a few moments here just to land. So although we jump right in, still allow yourself the time and the space to just arrive on your mat. Onto the four corners of your mat today, whether it's the morning, the afternoon, or even late evening. This class is going to be one that's good for when you've been sitting a lot, or if you feel like your legs just need some energy. If you haven't already, go ahead and find your breathing pattern, whether that's Ujjayi Pranayama or just some deep, deep breaths. Tuning into that rhythm. And maybe paying attention to the lower body here on your last few rounds of breath. Let's say 5 deep inhales, bottom belly exhales. Go ahead and take one more full breath in. Massive breath out. Gently close the knees like you're closing a book. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock from left to right, or maybe even some circles with the knees in either direction. And just start out here. We'll just find a happy baby pose, just grabbing the soles of the feet. If that was a little bit too much to start out, you could always bring the feet coming to touch, the knees open up. Otherwise, just a traditional happy baby where the knees really aim towards the earth, the feet up towards the sky or towards your ceiling here. Take a couple breaths. If you'd like to rock side to side, that might feel good. Otherwise, just finding stillness again, touching back into the hips again, just for 3. Last 2. And 1. Like I said, we're going to get right into it. So from here, go ahead and rock your way forward and back, just finding a little bit of momentum, massaging the spine from front to back. We're going to rock all the way up to a standing forward fold once you're ready. So no rush, just find your way there. That might mean scooting the legs off to the side. If that's you, that's okay. Just scoot the legs off. Meet us here in the standing forward fold. And you could have a nice big bend through the knees, whatever feels good. Just find what feels right. My feet are as wide as my hips, but they could be closer if that felt right for you. And just give yourself a couple moments just to hang here. Find a little stretch to the backs of the legs, the head hanging super heavy. Just allowing yourself to connect with that lower body here. Maybe breathing into the space of the backs of the thighs, even the backs of the knees and the calves here. Once you're ready, find your hands to your shins. Find your first half flat back. Lots of length through the crown of the head. Get long spine up and the abs up and in towards the spine here. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Dive it out. Let's get a couple like that. So hands to shins and your halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, just dive back in. One more like that. On the inhale, hands to shins, lots of length. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Dive it out. Let's go ahead and bend through the knees and ragdoll your way up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. Crown of the head's going to come up last. Let's reach up on the breath in. On the breath out, bring your hands to the heart space. Take a couple breaths just to settle in, check in, find a connection, maybe with your feet against the earth, maybe noticing that lower body, the hips, the hamstrings, the calves here, even all the way down to your feet. Take a big breath in. Stay there as you breathe out. On your next inhale, let's go ahead and lift the arms up. But as you do, lift up onto the tippy toes. If you'd like to bring the feet in a little closer, a little wider, you can. Find a little shaking, maybe. Reach it up. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, set the heels down, hands to the heart as you forward fold. Dive back into those legs. Half lift again. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, dive back in. Let's step the left foot back, drop the back left knee. Find your way to a nice low lunge. Hands stay low to start out. Give yourself a couple moments just to settle in. Find that left hip flexor stretch. You could play with a little bit of movement. Hands stay low unless you're ready to climb up that knee. You decide. We're not going to be here super long. We're going to pulse between this and a half front split. So give yourself 3 more rounds of breath. Again, checking into that lower body. This will be really the breath of our warm-up here. So take an inhale. If not already, hands down low. Let's shift the hips back. Find your half front split. You could point or flex through the toes, whatever felt right. Just finding that space again, back of that right leg, find some length. Maybe get a little long through the crown of the head, the spine. Breathe. And then we're going to pulse this a couple times through. So on the inhale, maybe reach the arms up as you come into that low lunge. You could keep the hands low. As you exhale, maybe keep the arms hovering as you sweep them back and find that half split. Rebend as you inhale to rise. You decide where the hands go. Shift it back, straighten that front right leg. 3 more like that. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to sweep it back, maybe hovering those arms. Inhale for 2. Exhale, shift it back. 1 more like that. Inhale to reach back up. Exhale, shift it back. This time we're going to rebend that front knee again. Reach up one last time. Hands down, up about a foot in front of that right foot. Let's tuck the back left toe, zip the back left knee up, step forward onto that right foot. Find your way to a standing split. A big pose, I know. Check into it. Just feel what you feel on that bottom right leg. Get long through those left toes. And then again, doesn't matter how it looks, just matters how it feels. Length to that bottom leg. Head hanging super heavy, hands either on your fingertips. If you had blocks, you're always more than welcome to use them. Take your last 3. The last 2. Beautiful. Last one, toes reach. Exhale, forward fold. Dive it back in. Half glance as you inhale. Forward fold, get back into those legs. Step the right foot back this time. Drop the back right knee. We're coming to the opposite side, so just check in. Again, hands staying low this time just to start out. Right hip flexor, finding that space. A little long through the crown of the head. Really a one long line all the way from that sacrum up through the spine and through the crown of the head, maybe up towards the sky. Take your last 5 rounds. Breathing here, just finding something that's steady, that's sweet. Again, no need to force or jam into anything. Definitely getting a little warm, moving a little faster here. Last 3. For 2, if you are reaching up, take one more breath in. Hands down to the earth. Let's start to straighten that front leg. Shift the hips back. You decide, point or flex through the toes. I like to bring my hands right underneath my shoulders, long through the spine. Doesn't matter how close my chest gets to that knee. As long as you're finding that length through that left leg, you should feel this. Breathe. Last couple here. Again, we're going to flow this a few times through, and you have the option to adjust the hands on the next couple rounds. So take your last 3. For 2 and 1. Rebend through that front knee. If you want it, arms rise, arms reach. Inhale. On the exhale, straighten that front leg. Maybe the arms hover as you sweep them down the ribs. Inhale to rebend, lift it up, drop the hips. Exhale, shift the hips back, arms sweep down the ribs. Inhale for 3 more. Exhale, sweep it back. Yes, I can. Last 2. Just feeling it on the opposite side. You might not go as deep. Last one, rebend here. Shift it back, maybe arms hover. Take a breath in. Rebend that knee, hands low. Let's tuck the back right toes this time. Zip the back knee up. Hands about a foot in front of that left foot. Let that right leg take flight into what we call standing split or standing L here. Couple breaths. Just feeling this time on that bottom left leg. Let that head dangle free. Let your breath be steady. Let the belly suck up and in. And yes, that top leg is working. Maybe spread through those toes. Last 3. Last 2. Take one more inhale, toes up. Forward fold, dive it out. Find a half glance as you inhale. Exhale, forward dive. Stand up. Let's root to rise. Reach it. Exhale, just fold back into those legs. First time today, half glance on the inhale. Plant the hands, step back to her upper push-up position. First time, plank pose. If you'd like to drop your knees, you absolutely can. Otherwise, if you're with me, we're going to shift forward and lower all the way down to the belly, elbows grace. Unravel the toes. Let's lift up into our first cobra pose. Inhale, get long to that upper body. Exhale, lower back down, tuck the back toes, and either press through plank or press through table to lift those hips back up. And coming into your first downward facing dog, just breathe here. Check in. Lower body strong, upper body also strong but light here. Hips lifting, breath steady. Find a bit of movement, maybe pedaling the feet, maybe shaking out the head. Whatever felt right. Maybe coming up onto the tippy toes, you decide. We're going to get in some warm-up A's, just working in and with the breath. So if you're with me, let's go ahead and move on. Find some stillness. Press the heels down. Take one more breath in. Stay there. Breathe out. On your next inhale, press the heart back. Maybe gaze forward. Step or hop it, top of the mat. Hands to shins, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. On the inhale, stand up, but lift up onto the tippy toes as you do, reaching up. Exhale, set the heels down, forward fold, dive back out. So that's going to be fairly quick. Hands to shins, halfway up. Plant it down, step or hop it right away. You lower down slow. Inhale to find your cobra pose. Exhale to lift back, downward facing dog. Breathe it here. One breath in, one breath out. A couple just like that. Press it back. Step or hop it, top of your mat. Half lift, bow in. Inhale, let's stand up. Lift up on your tippy toes as you rise. Set the heels down, forward fold, dive back in. Half lift. Hands to your mat, step or hop it, find your way through a vinyasa. Maybe that's just coming back to down dog. You decide. We all make our way there, downward facing dog. Huge breath in, massive breath out. Press the heart back. Step or hop it, top of the mat. Half glance, fold in. Stand up, tippy toes as you rise. Forward fold as you dive. Half lift. Hands to the earth, find your way down, lower slow. Inhale. Downward facing dog, breathe it out. Last time today, press it back. Step or hop it, top of the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Stand up. We're going to come up onto the tippy toes again. This time, just stay here for 3. Let it quiver a little bit. Maybe let it shake. For 2. Last one. Inhale, reach. Set the heels down. Forward fold. Dive it out. Half lift. Plant the hand. Step or hop it. Find your way. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Yes, I can. Take a couple moments. We're coming up really ultimately on our last large flow here. So be ready. Just find your breath again. Check in. Maybe again, a little attention, a little energy to that lower body today. Take a huge breath in. Big breath out. Press the heart back. Step or hop it, top of your mat. Half lift. Bow in. Let's bend the knees to 90. Find your chair pose, your first one today. This will be part of this flow, so adjust as you need. Maybe a slight tuck of that tail. Maybe a shift back of the shins. The toes might lift up. That's okay if you want to do that. Arms reaching, shoulders down and away from the ears, belly engaged. Find your breath. Stay in it. Last 3. Yes, I can. Just a simple Utkatasana today. Last 2. Maybe squat a little lower for 1. Inhale. Exhale, forward dive. Get out of that. Whew. Halfway up. Hands to the mat. Step or hop it. Find your way through a vinyasa. Inhale to lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here's the change. Right leg's going to rise up as you inhale. Step that right foot forward. Stay on the ball of the back toes. And once you're ready, just rise up into what we call crescent lunge. Breathe here. Strong and steady through that lower body. So the hips are square towards the front of the space. You're really not on a balance beam here, so the feet are a little wide. If you ever needed to widen up your stance, you could. Sink into that front right knee. Back leg super active. I want you to notice that back leg is going towards straight. Doesn't have to be completely straight, but we are going to change it here. So if you're with me, go ahead and reach up on the inhale. Place a bend through that back knee. We're going to lower down and just tap and lift back up. Come back up to your crescent lunge. So we're going to do that again a couple times through. If you need to adjust that back foot, absolutely. Bend and hover that left knee, lower down, maybe tap, lift it back up. Last 3, lower back down. Lift it back up. Yes. Last 2, tap. Lift it back up. Last one, lower down, tap. Lift it back up. Inhale. Hands to your mat. Step it back. Find a vinyasa. Inhale, heart shines. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yes, I can. What we do to the right, we'll do on the left. So if you're with me, left leg lifts up. Inhale. Step it through, ball of the back toes. Only when you're ready, rise and reach for your crescent lunge on the other side. Again, check into that lower body. Feel the strength there. Feel the lightness through the upper body. Maybe adjust the feet if you needed. Hips square, breath steady, arms reaching. Yes, just settling into this crescent on this side, and we will get there, I promise. No need to rush. I know you know what's coming next, but take a huge breath in. Stay there, breathe out. Again, paying attention to that back right leg this time. Bend that back right knee. Lower, 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 tap, and lift back up. Yes, lower, 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 tap, and lift back up. Last 3. Tap, and lift back up. Last 2. Whew. Lift it up. Last one, I'm definitely feeling my legs working. Lift back up. Inhale. Hands to the mat, step it back, find your way down. Inhale, downward facing dog. I don't know about you, but I definitely feel that energy through my bottom body. We're just going to get a few rounds like that, maybe 3, maybe 4. We'll decide once we get there. On the last one, we'll add on a couple shapes. So if you're with me, let's just get this one breath, one movement. We'll do the pulses for 3 on each side. So if you're with me, draw the chest back. Step or hop at top of your mat. Half glance, inhale. Forward fold, get out. Bend the knees, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Hands to your mat, step or hop it. Find your variation of a vinyasa. Whatever that may look like. You all meet in downward facing dog. Right leg's gonna rise. Step it through, ball of the back toes. Crescent as you inhale. Let's bend that back knee. Lower, 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 tap. Lift it back up. Last 2. Beautiful. Last 1. Lift up. Hands to the mat. Step it back. Vinyasa, you lower slow. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Yes, left side. Step it through. Inhale, come to that crescent. Lower, 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 tap. Lift it up. Last 2. Yes, I can. Last 1. Inhale. Hands to the earth. Find your way through a vinyasa. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Couple more like that. Press it back. Step or hop it. Top of the mat. Half lift. Fold in. Chair pose, inhale, forward fold, exhale, half glance to your mat. Yes, I can. Find your vinyasa. Heart shines. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Right leg rises. Step it through. Inhale to lift. Lower, 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 tap. Lift it back up a little quicker. Last one. Lift up, hands to the earth, find your way down. Inhale, downward facing dog, yes, left side. Step that foot through. Inhale, I rise. Lower tap. Beautiful, you might not even touch the earth, that's okay. Lift back up, hands to your mat, yes, I can. Whew. Heart shines. Downward facing dog, keeping it moving. Let's get at least one more. Press it back. Hop to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, massive breath in. Forward fold, dive it back out. Half lift. Hands to the earth, step or hop it. Inhale. Downward facing dog. From here, right leg's gonna lift. Step it through just like before. Inhale, crescent. Hover, tap. Lower down. Lower down. Come to crescent lunge. Inhale. We're gonna lower back down one last time. And as you lift up, we're gonna stand up at the top of our mat with our left knee to our chest. So lower, 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 tap. Stand up, left knee into the chest. Whoo! Left knees into the chest. You're standing at the top of your mat on your right foot. Take a couple breaths. Maybe the hands to the heart. Check in. That energy. Maybe check in with the lower body, feeling that strength. A couple last shapes on this side. So if you're with me, extend that right leg out, reach the arms up. Take a couple breaths. Maybe let that shake. Take a huge inhale. Send that right leg back. Come into what we call third warrior and stay here. Find a little balance. Find a little breath. Take a huge inhale. Massive exhale. Let's bend through that bottom right knee. But we're going to turn this into half moon pose. Right hand comes down. Left leg extends back as you stack that left hip over the right. Again, an option if you had a block to have that underneath the right hand. Flex through the left toes. We're getting off this bottom right leg. I promise. Take a huge inhale. Bend through that bottom right knee. Let's land that left foot back. Reverse your warrior, but lift up that right heel as you lift and reach back. Take a couple breaths. One more inhale. Set that heel down. Come to warrior two and straighten that front right leg. If you'd like to heel toe the back foot in, you can. Let's reach. Right hand to your ankle, your shin, whatever you can catch. Left arm up towards the sky. Maybe feeling a little bit of sweat dripping down your face. No need to brush it off. Just be in that. Feel that energy that you created. Take a last couple moments here. Finding this Trikonasana. Let's say 5. For 4. We got a couple last shapes. For 2. Take one more inhale. Reach up. Inhale. Left hand's going to come down towards the earth. As you do, we're going to square the hips and step that left foot forward so that your feet are now about 3, maybe 4 feet apart. The left toes are aiming towards that top left corner of your mat, and you are in a shape called pyramid pose. The hands stay low. The head just hangs. Maybe the elbows bend as you fold towards that right leg. Maybe the right leg has a bend in that knee. You decide what feels appropriate for you today. Again, a couple last shapes on this right side before we get to the last side, and I promise we're on our way down after that left side. But before we get there, take a huge inhale. Massive exhale. We're going to bend through this right knee. So place a bend through the right knee. The right hand, both hands are going to come about a foot in front. Lift up into a standing split. You've been here before, toes reaching. And from here, we're going to turn this into a yoga curtsy, but we're going to tap the back ankle. So bend the right knee bends. Bend the left knee as if you're going to tap that left knee towards that right ankle, lower and tap that back left foot. So your big bend through that right knee, big bend through the left knee, the left foot and ankle taps. And we're going to turn this into a half moon pose, so a big transition. Right foot's going to stay glued. Right hand's going to stay glued. We're going to lift back up through that left leg and stack that left hip over the right. Again, you've been here before too. We're going to do that a couple times through, okay? So if you're with me, last little thing for this side. Take an inhale. Left hand comes down, yoga curtsy. Tap that left foot. Lift back up. We're coming back into that half moon. It's a little quick. Again, left hand down, bend the knees, tap and touch that left foot. And then open back out for half moon pose. Yes. Last 2. Lower that left hand, bend the knees, tap that curtsy. Lift it back up. You have just one more, I promise. Left hand down, bend the knees, tap that curtsy. Just come back to standing split. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe big bend through the knees. half lift, fold in. Just plant the hands and step back to downward facing dog. No need for that vinyasa. We have all of that on the other side, so we're just going to get right to it and be done with it, right? Left side's going to lift. Step it through. On the inhale, come to that crescent lunge just like before. Bend that back right knee. Tap and touch. Lift it up. Lower and tap. Lift it. Lower and tap. Come back up to crescent lunge. Again, here's a little instruction. We're going to lower and tap, and then as we stand back up, we're going to be at the top of our mat with our right knee into our chest. So when you're ready, lower that right knee, tap, and then stand up. Lift that right knee into the chest as you stand tall on that left leg. Take in that air. Beautiful. When you're ready, extend that right leg out. Arms rise, arms reach. Yes, I can feel that right hip flexor working. Whew. Maybe shaking. Take an inhale. Stay there. Exhale. Yes, I can. We're going to turn this into warrior 3 all the way back. Come to it. As those arms sweep back, that right leg sweeps back. You work into that bottom right leg. Yes, breathe. Yes, I can. I can breathe into this shape. If I fall, it doesn't matter. Take one more inhale. Let's bend through that bottom left knee. That left hand's going to come down to the earth as we roll open into that half moon on the other side. So bottom leg strong. Maybe a micro bend in that bottom left knee. Flex through the right toes. Right arm up towards the sky. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Yes. Last couple moments here. I know that bottom leg's cooking. Take one more inhale. A bend through that bottom left knee. Land back down. As you reverse your warrior, lift that left heel up and off the mat. Find that reach. Yes, I can. I know it's cooking. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Last 3, 2, and 1. Set that heel down. Come to warrior 2 first. Straighten that front left leg. If you want to heel toe the back foot in, absolutely. Otherwise, reach as you send that right hip back. Left hand low. Right arm up to the sky. Stay and breathe. Feel this shape. Opening through that right hip. Lengthening through that left leg. Also a lengthening through the crown of the head, that spine. Breathe. You really open in all directions in this shape. So find that expansiveness. Find the breath. Yes, you're almost there. Last 3. For 2, here in this pyramid pose, take one more huge inhale. Reach it up. Right hand's going to come down low. We're going to step that back foot in so that we can square the hips and come into what we call pyramid pose. Let the head hang heavy. Just breathe. Breathe into this shape. Find that space through that bottom left leg. Couple breaths. Again, we got these last couple shapes, and they're pretty dynamic. Opening, expanding, and contracting movements. So if you're with me, hands about a foot in front of that left foot. Let's find our standing split first. Right toes up towards the sky, left leg long and strong, head hanging super heavy. And again, we're going to find this yoga curtsy to start out. Bend the left knee, bend the right knee. We're going to tap that right foot down. Doesn't matter if yours doesn't look quite like mine. You might have more range of motion in your hips. You might have less range of motion in your hips. That's okay. Just find your tap. And then once you're ready, we're going to turn this into half moon pose. So adjust that left hand, expand through that right leg, stack the hips one over the other, right arm up towards the sky. Inhale. Just picking up that pace, right hand down. Yoga curtsy, we contract it in, tap. Contract and expand out to that half moon. Right hand down, lower, tap and touch. Inhale to open and expand. Last two, right hand down, contract and round in. Open out as you breathe in. Last one, right hand down, tap and touch. Come back to that half moon pose, inhale. And then come back into that yoga curtsy just one last time. Hands stay low, standing split, massive inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Half lift, bow in. Let's stand up, let's reach it up tall. Feel that expansiveness through the spine. Hands to the heart. Lift up onto the tippy toes one last time. And then bend through the knees as you lower all the way down. Beautiful, you guys. From here, hands down to the mat. Just come back into a forward fold here. And then when you're ready, step back to a downward facing dog. We're just going to use it for transition. Right leg's going to lift up. Bend the knee and bring that knee through into what we call pigeon pose. So where you bring that knee and that shin towards the top of your mat. You extend through that back left leg. And we're going to get really passive here. So if you're with me, go ahead and fold forward onto the forearms or onto a block or maybe even onto a blanket. Find something that feels good. Breathe. Wow, we definitely got some energy into that lower body. Probably worked up a little sweat. I know I did here. Just see if you can be a bit passive. No need to activate through any muscles here. Breathe. Just finding a gentle cool down from all of that work. A shift in your energy from that lower body, from more active class and active or activation through the lower body to a more passive place here, allowing the hips to find space, but gently. Go ahead and take your last couple breaths. Huge inhale. Stay there, breathe out. Plant through the hands. We're going to come back to a 3-leg down dog. Again, just for transition, tuck the back toes. Right leg lifts up, inhale. Step the right foot forward again. This time, step forward, drop the back left knee. Find a nice twist here. Right arm lifts up towards the sky. If you want a little bit more for the upper body, that right arm can reach back towards that back leg or the back of your mat. Maybe the gaze up towards the sky or wherever feels best for the head and neck. Take one more inhale. Drop the right hand down low, sweep it forward and shift the hips back. Find your half front split just for a touch. Beautiful. Rebend that front knee. Tuck the back toes. Just step back. Downward facing dog again. Last time, left leg rises. Bring that knee and that shin through. Drop the back right leg. Come into what we call pigeon pose. On the opposite side, just fold in again. A bit more passive here. Breathe. Just hanging over, folding over, and really into yourself. Noticing the breath. Slowing it down as you slow down here. Maybe notice if you're holding on to anything. Just allowing your body, upper body, to be light, passive, gentle. As you arrive on your last few rounds of breath here. Go ahead and take one last full breath in. Big breath out. Hands underneath the shoulders. Again, we're going to come back through 3-leg dog. Back toes tuck under, left leg lifts back up. Step that left foot through, come to a low lunge, drop the back right knee, left arm up towards the sky just to find a last twist. Again, if you want that left arm to reach back, you can. Find what feels good for you. Not here very long, just stay here for a few rounds. Take a huge inhale. Bring that left arm down towards the front of your space. Find your way to a half front split. Just shift the hips back just a little touch. Take a huge inhale. Rebend that knee and then make your way. Step that knee back to tabletop position. Scoot the legs off to the side and make your way onto your back. Give yourself one last big squeeze into a little ball. Maybe squeeze the forehead to meet the knees. Take a huge breath in. Shavasana as you let those legs extend out. Maybe the arms fall wide too. Giving the lower body a much deserved rest. Some gratitude for the energy we placed in our legs, in our hips. And allowing yourself to just slip into your Shavasana. Total rest. As always, if you have more time, please feel free to take it. Otherwise, we will say that is the official end. I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.